Hey y'all, Austin here with Outer World Media. I'm gonna apologize in advance. I went to the library book sale. I had every intention of going in and kind of recording, the section, the Western books, just kind of, what I would look at and whatnot. And unfortunately, there's too many people they're down in the basement of the sale. Plus, they had music playing overhead, so I didn't want to take the chance of not being able to show you all that video, or only being up for a minute and then YouTube taking it down. So I figured, you know what? It's not a book haul. Well, it is, but it's not the end of the month or the beginning of the month. But I figured, you know what? Let's show y'all what I got. Give me a second here. My wife got me a Shrek coffee mug for my birthday, so it was a pretty productive haul. We're going to start off. We'll start off with I finally found one of the last Craig Johnson books that I need to complete and have my books in order, and that was Death Without Company. I paid 50 cents for this book. I am so happy. I had been looking for it, and my wife asked if I wanted it from Amazon. I said, "No, what? Hold off. Hopefully they have it at the library sale." And sure enough, they did. Sorry, I gotta get my dog's attention there. And they did have it. They didn't really have, I'm going to go off camera here for a minute. They didn't really have that many Elmore Leonard books or Max Brand books. But I picked up, and I pretty much picked clean the last of their, or what Zane Grey books they had. So I'm going to show y'all what I picked up. And I didn't read the back of any of these. I'll be honest with you. After reading Riders of the Purple Sage, I can tell just by that book, I think he's an author I'm really going to like. So I did a bunch of blind buys, if you will. So, let's start off with The Man of the Forest. Again, I have not read the back of any of these, but you know what? When the cover art looks awesome like this, I'm going to pick it up. I will say they did have some Lauren Zane Grey books there, and somebody else. I think it was his sons. It looks like they're sequels to some of his bigger books, like Nevada and Riders of the Purple Sage. Had I forget what the main character, one of the main characters in the Rider of Purple Sage, but it had him in it. I guess there was a short story. So I may pick those up next time I go back. Sorry, I got some other books mixed up in here. I picked up Captives of the Desert. And one thing, and this one doesn't have it, but a lot of these have like cigarette ads in them. I was telling my wife, I said that's very interesting. Kind of show how dated these books are. They have cigarette ads in there where you can send to get like coupons for cigarettes or whatnot. I picked up The Vanishing American, which again, look at the cover art. These are pretty good. I don't think some of these are as nice as Louis L'Amour. Some of them not as much, but hey, you know what? I picked up Lone Star Ranger. This was one I had on my list that I was looking for in particular. It's a little beat up, but you know what? Hey, that just gives these books character. Next was The Westerner. Again, I'm not sure what any of these books are about, but you know what? At 10 to 50 cents a book, how can you beat that? I picked up Wanderer of the Wasteland. I picked up Wild Horse Mesa. Again, you're going to notice some of these are a little bit chunkier books compared to my Louis L'Amour books. So I'm very much looking forward to some of these, just with them being a little bit chunkier. Next is The Last of the Plainsmen. Then we have Black Mesa. I think this is the smallest one in there. It's like a little tiny book. But you know what? I think that's awesome. And whatnot. That those are kind of just a little tiny. This one caught my eye. As soon as I saw the cover, I knew I was getting this. And that is the UP, or the Up Train. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. My wife's gone for the day, and so she doesn't like being alone. Australian Shepherds, what are you going to do with them? Next is The Trail Driver. And then we have, did I get two of these? Wanderer of the Wasteland. Did I get two of these books? I would not be surprised if I did. Now I got to double check. I did, y'all. I picked up two of the same books just to show y'all in perspective. But hey, you know what? Even if it's 50 cents, oh well. And it's a little smaller one too. So I always like having double copies of these older books just because you can't get them anymore. Oh yeah, and another good thing too, because I mean the spine on this one is just kind of, I know I'm rambling here and I'm kind of going off topic with y'all, but you know what? I promised y'all to see what it was like when I went in there, and I couldn't produce that. So you know what? So all in all, I got 11 Zane Grey books with the duplicate. That's not a bad haul for Zane Grey books. Not at all. Makes me super happy that I'm able to find these. I really need to get the one about the Rogue River up in Oregon. I really need to get that one. But I did pick up a few other books. We're going to start it off with, I found a Louis L'Amour book I don't have, and that is May There Be a Road. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's a short story collection. This is the only one they had there that I did own. So I grabbed it. Next is another Western, and that is True Grit. Sorry, this sounds like some people are moving here, near here. This looks like an old copy. I was kind of looking for this, keeping an eye out for it. Let's see here. Does it have the date on here? Copyright 1969. First printing February 1969. So this came out a year after it was published, I guess. Everybody knows the John Wayne movie. I'm super excited to get this. Me and Faceless Book Reviews are going to be doing a co-review of the Sister Brothers, and I got to pick the book, and I couldn't decide between this or that, and I went with that. Kind of glad now I was able to find this a lot cheaper than what I would have paid on Amazon. Next, I picked up a couple sporting books. We're going to start off with this one, and that is Friday Night Lights. I believe it was Dustin Neely. I believe it was him who had reviewed this and had talked about this book, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, you know what? I've seen the movie. I live in Texas. I've never read the book. I need to read the book. This is, obviously about, the football team down in the Permian Basin in Midland, Odessa. I've been by that stadium quite a few times. I lived in Midland, Odessa for a little while, worked in the oil field. So I've been by that stadium quite a few times, actually. So I'm very much looking forward to reading that book. And the last book I got was one that I probably got the most excited about this book than any of them. This is a book I have read, but I couldn't help. Once I finished it and I reviewed it on the channel, I wanted to get the hardback copy. It's too expensive and whatnot, but I was able to find Have a Nice Day by Mick Foley in hardback. This is essentially like a brand new, straight off the shelf copy, and it's a first edition, which I know is not that big a deal. To me, it's not the biggest deal, but it's awesome to have because I know these books eventually will go up in price and whatnot. And I just think it's awesome to have a first edition copy of a book that I absolutely love. I think I paid $1 for this, y'all. And again, that's why I was like, you know what? If it's $1, I'll get it. I know I'm going to reread this book, and to have a first edition that I could put on my shelf, I love this book. I can't stress it enough. Y'all need to read this book. It is amazing. Loved every aspect of this book except for the first 150 pages. But you know what? I think I will grow to enjoy those. But again, I love this book. So if you find this out in the wild, pick it up. I promise y'all will love this book. And that's the haul, guys. I mean, like I said, I got a good amount of books. Nothing too crazy. I think all in all, I spent like $8, $9 maybe. Sorry, here I'm trying to get all these lined up so y'all can see get this all in frame if possible. So again, I'm sorry if that thumbnail is going to ruin the surprise of what I got, and I do apologize for the shaky camera, but you know what? It is what it is. Again, y'all, that is my library sale book haul for this month. I'm sure I'll pick up other books between now and then, but again, yeah, that's it. Again, I always do appreciate every single one of y'all that stopped by. Sorry I was not able to do a walkthrough of that sale. I'm hoping maybe next month I can. I'm hoping they won't have, music playing overhead. It wasn't like that last month when I went, but you know what? It is what it is. As always, y'all have a good one.